Hey everyone, hope that you're off to a good day. I just wore a hat inside, so I just thought I'd keep wearing my hat. Not really a hat wearer until it gets cold outside, but oh well, just thought I'd wear my hat today. And it covers my hair, so you don't know if it's combed or not combed. So there you go. You can wonder about that all day. Anyways, we are in Proverbs chapter 25. We're moving towards the end, and we're going to look at three different sections in Proverbs 25. The first is this. It says in verse 6 and 7, "Do not put yourself forward in the king's presence or stand in the place of the great. For it is better to be told, 'Come up here,' than to be put lower in the presence of a noble." That mirrors what Jesus said, that if you're invited to a wedding feast, don't take yourself and put yourself up at a table of honor. Because you very well might have someone say, "Hey, dude, your spot is way in the back." Instead, sit in the back and have the guest of honor come to you and say, "Man, what are you sitting back here for? You're an honored guest," and allow them to move you up there. It can be very, very embarrassing to sit where you're not supposed to. In the very next section, beginning at the end of verse 7 through 10, "What your eyes have seen, do not hastily bring into court. For what will you do in the end when your neighbor puts you to shame? Argue your case with your neighbor himself, and do not reveal another secret, lest he who hears you bring shame upon you, and your ill repute have no end." Man, that is just loaded with stuff in today's world. Number one, don't take your neighbor to court. Go talk to the guy. Go talk to your neighbor. Work it out together. Don't accuse, just have a conversation and talk it through. And then don't tell a secret. And we do this. We are so guilty of this in our world. Don't tell a secret to one person or tell a neighbor one thing about your other neighbor and don't think it's not going to get back to them, because it does. And then they're going to question you on it. And then what are you going to say? Well, no, the other neighbor's lying. Oh, now they're going to go back to that neighbor. And now you've got two neighbors who are against you. If you don't have something good to say, zip it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Practice what we've been talking about through the whole book of Proverbs. Practice wisdom. And lastly, verse 21. When you look at this in 21 and 22, you're going to say, "I've heard this before. If your enemy is hungry, give him bread to eat. And if he is thirsty, give him water to drink. For you will heap burning coals on his head, and the Lord will reward you." It sounds something very similar to what Paul said in Romans 12. Romans 12 is a great section. Quick one-liner, boom, 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 that Paul's telling us on how to treat people. We can go, you know what? We're just going to go hunt it down right now. Romans, that's somewhere here in the New Testament, isn't it? Think about this. "Let love be genuine. Abhor what is evil. Hold fast to what is good. Love one another with brotherly affection. Outdo one another in showing honor. Don't be slothful in zeal. Be fervent in the spirit. Serve the Lord. Rejoice in hope. Be patient in tribulation. Constant in prayer. Contribute to the needs of the saints. Seek to show hospitality. Bless those who persecute you. Don't curse them. Rejoice with those who rejoice. Weep with those who weep. Live in harmony with one another. Don't be haughty, but associate with the lowly. Never be wise in your own sight. Repay no one evil for evil, but give thought to do what's honorable in the sight of all. If possible, so far as it depends upon you, live peaceably with all. Never avenge yourselves, but leave it to the wrath of God. For it is written, 'Vengeance is mine, I will repay,' says the Lord. To the contrary, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he is thirsty, give him something to drink, for by doing so, you will heap burning coals on his head. Don't be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good." Whew! That's exhausting to say it. But can we live? That's the question. That's how I'm going to leave you today. Blessings to y'all.